welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the film A Haunting in Venice. Now this is a mystery film directed by Kenneth Branagh, and this is also like a follow to Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile, the previous two films that Kenneth Branagh had directed, you know, based on like the Hercule Poirot character. So yeah, I was interested and looking forward to seeing this. You know, I think it is like still pretty cool how he has to solve like the murders or the deaths that happen. You know, like when somebody's killed, he has to solve, you know, put together everything and figure out the situation of what happened and so on. Now, this is like another period piece type film, and this time it's set like in the 40s. And Hercule, he's actually living in Venice, and he's like in a self-imposed exile, so he's actually exiling himself. He has retired supposedly, but then like a friend of his like shows up, like this lady, and she's played by Tina Fey, and she's known as I think it was Adrienne Oliver, if I'm not mistaken. And she's like a book, like an author, like a crime novelist. She writes crimes. So she actually wants him to come with her to like this location and prove that this one lady is like a fraud. And this lady who's supposedly like conjure like spirits and so on, like a psychic, you know. She wants to prove, or have Hercule prove that she's a fraud, and that's when they go on this trip to this location. But turns out once this happened, there's like a mystery like going on there with why the lady is there, and she's trying to like conjure, because the lady herself is played by Michelle Yeoh. Yeah, her name is Joyce Reynolds, and she's like a supposed psychic medium. Yeah, because the woman's name is Rowena Drake, if I'm not mistaken. She's played by Kelly Riley. Now, she was like a retired like opera singer who was actually taking care of like her daughter, you know, and so on. Her daughter apparently committed suicide, so that's why Michelle Yeoh's character of Joyce Reynolds, like the psychic, that's why she was there to try to like conjure her spirit so she could be like connected to her or something like that. But while all this is happening, like a murder does happen while all these people are here, there's like other characters that shows up too as well, as usual, you know. So then it becomes like a game of who committed like this recent murder and so on. And then, you know, I just leave it at that because it's probably obvious like who probably did. I ain't gonna say it's obvious, but I guess if we follow the particular story, you know, these are based like on like stories like by Agatha Christie. She writes out these like particular novels. She wrote these particular like novels based on like Hercule Poirot. So yeah, and this is also based on a story known as Hallowe'en Party, because it was a 1969 novel, and that's what that was really called, Hallowe'en Party. But when they translated it to film, or when Kenneth Branagh adapted it, it became known as A Haunting in Venice. So yeah, it's like the usual like murder tricks and so on. And apparently there was like speculation that there would be like a lot of supernatural type elements in this particular film, and it is at times, you know, because there is like apparently, like, you know, I don't want to spoil, I just leave it at that. But you know, like there's like Kenneth Branagh's character, like Hercule, he still kind of believes that stuff doesn't like there's like no ghosts and all that kind of stuff, and he does be proving that it was actually like a person like committing fraud and so on, all that kind of stuff like as the film goes on. And I must admit, it does feel like the film was like very short too, and it is like an hour and like 43 minutes, but it does feel like it was real short. It went by real quick. But I think like the look of the film, like the atmosphere and the mood and the cinematography of the film, I thought was done pretty good, you know. It kind of feels like creepy and like spooky and so on. And there's also like this bird throughout the film too as well, to be like, you know, making like these various expressions and all that, making these funny noises and so on. But I'm gonna leave it at that. But it is like a lot of characters that I did want to touch on. You have like Drew Hill, like he's plays like this kid known as Leopold, I think, Ferrara. And he's like the son of one of like the characters in the film, like his father or whatever. Then you also have like it's like a bunch of characters like I want to touch on, because they all played a big part in the film, you know. But I don't want to get into it too much because it kind of like spoil it. But in the end, I thought it was a pretty decent like film, you know. I think it was pretty cool. I would like to see more of these too, you know, because I know that here is possible there might be more of these films. Cause I know there's like a lot of books based on like the detective like Hercule Poirot character. There's like a bunch of books or novels based on him, so they can do like tons of movies. I think they already plotting more, you know, like if it's a succession, you know. But in the end, Haunting in Venus, I'm gonna give it a B minus. I would definitely recommend it for fans of like the, especially probably like the Murder on the Orient Express or like Death on the Nile. I think you probably kind of get an idea where this film is kind of going, but it kind of brings in like supernatural type elements to it, you know, as well. But anyway, I'm giving this a B minus. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.